Restorative justice is an approach to addressing harm and conflict that focuses on repairing the harm caused to individuals and communities, rather than solely punishing offenders. It emphasizes accountability, healing, and reconciliation, aiming to restore relationships, promote understanding, and prevent future wrongdoing. Here's an overview of restorative justice and how to implement restorative practices. Principles of restorative justice. Restorative justice is guided by several core principles, including accountability, encouraging individuals to take responsibility for their actions and the harm they have caused. Healing, addressing the needs of victims, offenders, and affected communities by providing opportunities for healing, support, and closure. Repair, focusing on repairing the harm caused by the offense through meaningful restitution, apology, and community service. Collaboration, involving all stakeholders, including victims, offenders, families, communities, and justice system practitioners, in the restorative process. Empowerment, empowering individuals to participate actively in decision-making, problem-solving, and conflict resolution processes that affect them. Restorative practices. Restorative practices encompass a range of strategies, processes, and interventions designed to implement restorative principles in various settings, including schools, workplaces, communities, and the criminal justice system. Common restorative practices include restorative circles, facilitated dialogues or meetings involving individuals affected by harm or conflict, where participants share their experiences, perspectives, and feelings, and work together to address underlying issues and repair relationships. Restorative conferences, structured meetings facilitated by trained facilitators, where victims, offenders, and other stakeholders come together to discuss the harm, identify needs, and develop mutually acceptable solutions or agreements. Restorative mediation, mediation processes facilitated by trained mediators to help parties involved in a conflict or dispute reach a mutually satisfactory resolution and address underlying issues. Restorative circles in schools, circles conducted in school settings to build community, address behavioral issues, resolve conflicts, and promote positive relationships among students, teachers, and staff. Implementation strategies. Establish clear policies, guidelines, and procedures for implementing restorative practices within organizations, institutions, or communities. Provide comprehensive training and professional development opportunities for staff, practitioners, educators, and community members on restorative principles, techniques, and skills. Foster a restorative culture and ethos by promoting empathy, respect, and accountability in all interactions and relationships within the community. Create opportunities for meaningful participation and engagement of stakeholders in the restorative process, including victims, offenders, families, community members, and justice system practitioners. Develop partnerships and collaborations with local organizations, agencies, and stakeholders to support the implementation and sustainability of restorative practices. Evaluation and continuous improvement. Evaluate the effectiveness and impact of restorative practices through ongoing monitoring, feedback, and evaluation processes. Collect data and measure outcomes related to participant satisfaction, recidivism rates, victim satisfaction, offender accountability, and community well-being to assess the success of restorative interventions. Use evaluation findings to inform decision-making, identify areas for improvement, and refine restorative practices over time to better meet the needs of individuals and communities. By implementing restorative practices based on restorative justice principles, organizations, institutions, and communities can create safer, more supportive, and more inclusive environments, where conflicts are addressed constructively, relationships are strengthened, and individuals are held accountable in a manner that promotes healing and reconciliation.